afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Although we are coming to you virtually, our program will proceed similarly to how we would if we were in person. We encourage you to participate today with virtual congratulations and cheers on social media using the hashtag #UWinnipeg2020grad and through the live chat function in Zoom. We will begin with the invocation led by the Reverend Tanis Kalisnik, Student Life Academic Advisor. Reverend Kalisnik will be followed by Indigenous Knowledge Keeper Allison Cox, who will provide a blessing upon this ceremony and upon the graduates.
We are a community here at the University of Winnipeg who care for each other. We value diversity, and we seek out challenging new ways of being engaged in this complicated world. There is opportunity ahead, and that good work is happening in the world around you, and it's happening in the world within you. So embrace this next chapter with greater clarity, resourcefulness, and courage. Let us pray. Gracious and loving God, we come to this day of celebration with thanksgiving for the graduates here today, for their hard work and dedication, for their loved ones who have been with them on this journey, for their professors and all those who have helped them reach this goal. Help our graduates know they are resilient people. They are critical thinkers. They are the leaders of tomorrow. They are the ones called out into the world to be the change makers. Help them, God, to know and to use the education received here wisely. Open doors of opportunity and give each of the graduates the courage to take the next steps on their journey with confidence and hopefulness. Receive this collective prayer. Amen.
Bonjour, Anje Gwenea sen Disneykas, Makwado dem, Mikisudo dem, Sagamak onjidu. Miigwech Gitchimanitu, Miigwech Nokomis, Miigwech Mishomis, Shawe Manishnam, Minshum Minu Pimadizoen, Ge Manastayan, Gaki Min Shayang. Thank you, Creator, grandfathers and grandmothers. Bless us, give us new life to have respect for what you have given us. We are your creations. Guide us, protect us, love us as we love. We look towards our children on this special day. We give thanks to them for their accomplishments. We thank them for their courage, their commitment, and their determination. We see their strengths and their challenges met with equal sacrifice. We ask that the Creator help bless them, give them new life, and protect them as they forge new paths and dreams for our future. We also acknowledge the parents that have been waiting for this day with their encouragement, patience, and love. We thank the educators for their work, their time spent with our children, and the care they have shown them. Creator, bless the youth so they will know respect for what has been given to them. Creator, bless the youth so they will know their responsibilities. Creator, bless the youth so they will remember that love is the only way. Miigwech Pimatisawan.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Honorable Ralph Eichler, Minister of Economic Development and Training, to bring greetings on behalf of the province of Manitoba.
Good evening. On behalf of the province of Manitoba and my colleagues in the legislature, I'd like to extend congratulations to the University of Winnipeg class of 2020. I would also like to express my thanks to Dr. James Curry, Interim President and Vice Chancellor at the University of Winnipeg, and faculty for inviting me to take part in this special virtual event. The fall class of 2020, you have demonstrated dedication, strength, and have shown amazing adaptability in adjusting to learn in new ways during the COVID-19 pandemic. I would be remiss if I did not thank the faculty and the staff of the university who have also had to quickly pivot and adapt in order to guide you through this unprecedented time. The fact that we're here today celebrating the achievement of graduates in this time is a great example of a collective ability to persevere through this adversity. As you embark in the next chapter of your life, you know the workforce is a highly trained professionals who are an integral part of Manitoba's economic, social, cultural growth, and development. Now more than ever, we need to work together to support health and safety, as well as Manitoba's economic recovery. We will get through this together. The best is yet to come. Congratulations. I hope you take time to celebrate your hard-earned achievement with family, friends, and fellow graduates. You're the future of our province, a future that's full of possibilities. I wish you all the best and continued success. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Eichler. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium Dr. James Curry, the Interim President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Winnipeg.
Good afternoon and welcome to the University of Winnipeg's virtual convocation. We acknowledge that we are gathered on ancestral lands, on Treaty 1 territory. These lands are the heartland of the Métis people. We acknowledge that our water is sourced from Shoal Lake 40 First Nation. I begin with this significant acknowledgement to recognize the influence of the land we are located on, its history, its present, its peoples, and its relationships must have on everything we do. Madam Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the graduating class, families of the graduates, colleagues, and friends of the University of Winnipeg, I have the honor to declare open this 117th Convocation of the University of Winnipeg for the conferring of degrees in science, business, and economics. At this point in the program, I would usually have a very long list of people sitting on the platform to introduce to you. Today, we are live from Convocation Hall, and I am joined by our Chancellor, Ms. Barb Gammy, and Registrar, Mr. Colin Russell, who will perform their usual roles throughout the ceremony. We'd like to officially welcome Chancellor Barb Gammy to the first of what we hope is many convocation celebrations. While this is far from what our autumn convocations normally look like, it will be one you truly never forget. Barb is a proud champion of community and of post-secondary institutions. She truly understands the importance of an education, specifically one at U Winnipeg, and how it has the power to transform people's lives. She's also a private sector leader. Along with co-founding PayWorks, which employs more than 300 people across Canada, Barb also sits on the Business Council of Manitoba's Education Committee. Before arriving at U Winnipeg, Barb worked together with the presidents of Manitoba's post-secondary institutions to develop the Horizons Manitoba report. Released earlier this year, the report outlines actions institutions can take to equip graduates with the knowledge and skills to drive Manitoba's economy forward. with this evolving workforce. As the co-chair of the Premier's Enterprise team, she co-delivered the report, Growing Manitoba's Economy, in 2019 as part of the province of Manitoba's economic development strategy. Barb, we are very excited and honored that you are part of the university community. Madam Chancellor, please step up to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Curry. First, let me say how honored I am to be the Chancellor of the University of Winnipeg. Winnipeg occupies a very special place in the heart of Winnipeg. It's a place where everyone comes together from all corners of the city and province to learn and discover. It's a place where ideas are taught, shared and challenged, and through this process, people learn, discover themselves, and find out what they're capable of. I'm a firm believer in the power of education to transform lives, which is why I accepted this prestigious position. I was told that the role of Chancellor would be that of a bridge between the university and the outside world, especially government and employers. I'm happy to do this. I'm happy to play this role, but I am also reminded, today especially, that the graduating students are also bridges. You were educated here, you understand the value of higher education, and forever you will go forward identified as a University of Winnipeg graduate. If you are the bridge, the education that you've received and earned is your foundation, and it will serve you for the rest of your life. Your credentials, proof that you have the capability to work hard, to solve complex problems, to think clearly and rationally, and express yourself, will open doors for you and help launch your career. I recall an interview that I had with a recent graduate where he was almost apologetic for what he considered to be a lack of a desirable resume because his work experience was a bit limited. What he did have was a Bachelor of Business Administration degree and a few part-time jobs under his belt. I asked him to start thinking about his degree as the most important asset he had right now. I told him that this asset shows that you made a commitment and that you worked hard and dedicated yourself to your education for 4 years, that you developed durable skills like leadership, collaboration, and communication, that the time you spent developing those skills was your work experience. What you learned and honed and refined can now be applied to the workforce. As an employer, we look at that diploma, that degree, as recognition of academic achievement, yes. But we recognize that those transferable skills that you developed can now be put into use immediately and are fundamental to workplace success. I extend that same sentiment to you today. Please value your education. Those foundational skills that you develop throughout your pursuit of your degree are likely some of the most valuable learnings that you will take away from your time at the University of Winnipeg. The process may have been challenging, and no doubt you were pushed to your limits at times, but you have succeeded. You are well prepared for what lies ahead. All of us here today, parents, family members, friends, supporters, professors, and alumni are very, very proud of you. I have a few hopes and dreams that I'd like to share with you. I hope you stay here. I hope you stay here and discover a rewarding career and help build and strengthen our province. Winnipeg and Manitoba needs you and the skills and talents you bring to the workplace and our community. And there's no shortage of opportunity. Manitoba is a perfect microcosm of Canada. If you look at the diversity of our economy, it mirrors a national economy without being overly reliant on any one sector. We have a thriving technology sector that I'm proud to be part of: aerospace, manufacturing, transportation, agricultural, natural resources, biomedical research, service, arts, and retail. Whatever your passion, whatever your professional pursuits, there is a place for you here. My own story proves that it's possible to start and grow a successful business here in Winnipeg. Payworks, the company that I co-founded, now has close to 300 employees and over 20,000 customers across the country. I could have gone anywhere in Canada to start the company, but I chose to do it here because really there is no place like home, and not because my mom had a strong preference I stay home. Winnipeg is such a beautiful city, and I'm not just referring to the landscape, but also the people who make up our community. We are strong, resilient, and connected, and we celebrate diversity. We're small enough that we can interact with people from all walks of life, but we're big enough to compete on the world stage. I believe we have a collective desire to foster success. We're open to helping entrepreneurs and others in their journey to accomplishment, and we celebrate those wins. Just as we were committed to our Winnipeg Blue Bombers without a Grey Cup win for almost 30 years, we root for each other. One of the greatest things about living here, though, is the spirit of generosity and helping each other. Maybe it's because of our cold winters that creates that sense of we're all in this together. If you happen to get stuck in a snowdrift, you won't have to wait long for someone to come and help dig you out, and odds are they'll be armed with jumper cables, a shovel, and some kitty litter. I hope you too carry on the spirit of generosity and will make giving back to our community part of your life. I'm sure you've heard before that Manitobans give more per capita than any other province. But did you know that we're also generous with volunteering our time and sharing our talents? As university graduates, you are now yourself in a position of advantage. Perhaps you haven't thought about it in that way before, but you now have the benefit of having received a higher education, of having learned skills like leadership, collaboration, and communication that are often overlooked and overshadowed when celebrating the achievements of your degree. These skills are now some of the gifts that you can share with our community. As you needed support to get where you are today, consider helping those around you. There are so many worthwhile initiatives that are working to help build healthy communities. Whatever area it is that speaks to you, I hope you will find a way to get involved. It might set the course for your career, or it might just feel like the right thing to do. Either way, I hope you will be authentic, true to yourself, and that you find and live your purpose. I know there are lots of books and blogs and podcasts and videos and life coaches that say they have the answer, but only you can define how you will live your life. So when choosing a career path and an employer, look for the leadership in companies that echo your own values and purpose. Do things that provide you with joy and fulfillment. No one says a career has to be a drudge. Whether it's a belief in work-life balance, health and wellness, philanthropic activities, creativity, and entrepreneurship, these are the intangibles that drive the most satisfaction for people in their job. Their work brings them joy and aligns with their purpose. So go ahead. Think about a time when you've been the happiest you've ever been. Do you have an image or a memory in your mind? What are you doing? Think about that and consider it. What's at the root of it? How can you make that joy part of your everyday life? Don't be afraid to make a career out of it. Be brave and be bold. Believe that you can accomplish great things. You already have. You are capable, you are our best and brightest, and the skills and values that you learned here at the University of Winnipeg will fuel your path forward. I hope that your path finds you here in Winnipeg. Our community needs your bright mind, your drive and your passion, and your kindness. Above all else, I hope you find that thing that brings you joy and that you continue to nurture it. Congratulations again on your achievement. I can't wait to see what you'll do next.
Thank you, Madam Chancellor, for sharing your insights and knowledge with our graduating class. There are several faculty and staff awards that we recognize during a typical convocation ceremony and celebrate at the convocation dinner. We will celebrate these accomplishments at a virtual event a little later next week, but I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and congratulate some of the recipients. Dr. Gabor Kunstadter, Professor Emeritus, in appreciation of his scholarly work, teaching, university service, and knowledge mobilization. Dr. Murray Wiegand, Professor Emeritus, for his diverse body of work and his steadfast commitment to the betterment of both the Department of Biology and the students whose lives he impacted. Dr. Alberto Civetta, Erica and Arnold Rogers Award for Excellence in Research and Scholarship, for his exceptional track record of producing top quality, interesting, and highly respected research that increases our understanding of speciation genetics. Congratulations to all our award winners. We have now come to the part of the program that our graduates and all who have tuned in have been eagerly anticipating. The registrar, Mr. Colin Russell, will present the graduates, and our chancellor, Ms. Barb Gammy, will confer the degrees. Each graduate will then be introduced, and a personalized slide of each will be shown on your screen. This is a rite of passage, a joyful occasion for our graduates, and for the friends and family who have helped them on their way. As you see your graduate on the screen, I encourage you to share congratulations in our virtual chat and on social media.
Madam Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I request you to confer upon these candidates receiving their degrees in absentia the degree for which they have qualified.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of the University of Winnipeg, I admit all those receiving degrees in absentia to the degree for which the prescribed studies have been completed with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining.
Madam Chancellor, I now beg leave to present the graduates. Receiving the Master of Science degree, Apurva Bardwaj, Gurman Gruwal, Rajesh Jaiswal, Purna Kumar, Yubing Liang, Teresa Elizabeth Mackey, Hora Reze Moghadam, Ayutonde Omotosho. Receiving the Governor General's Gold Medal, Dean Clayton Reddick. Pratik Shrivastava, Kushaga Uday Prabhakar Trivedi, Wilitharaj Payumi Madhubashini, Tiangpeng Jia, Hao Cheng Zhu, Yuan Min Zhu. Receiving the Bachelor of Science Honors degree, Madia Ahmad, Melissa Sarah Lillian Anderson, Hannah Bloomfield, Jaden Corwin Marshall Borley. Receiving the Gold Medal for Achievement in Honors Applied Computer Science, David James Norbert Bosk, Chisolum Regina Chibo, Drew John Davies, Heather Ann Dixon, Adam Joseph Dubinsky, Ruth Elahor Arajkapoor, Carl Friesen Hughes, Sandeep Hira Gill, Catherine Elizabeth Goltz, Callum Grayson Granger. Also receiving the Bachelor of Business Administration degree, Miranda May Hamilton, Joe Mladen Herzik, Robert Louis Hunter, Amandeep Kaur Jasal. Receiving the Gold Medal in Honors Neuroscience, Christine Elizabeth McKay, Hazel Lalog Manaxa, Emily McIntosh. Receiving the Gold Medal in Honors Biology, Ryan Timothy Anders Nickvist, Rajkumar Shailesh Kumar Patel, Christopher John Patterson. Receiving the Gold Medal in Honors Physics, Cameron John Russell, Saranka Sambathan. Receiving the Gold Medal in Honors Bioanthropology, Stephanie Renee Gibb Skelton, Haven St. John Santos Soto, Alexander Michael Stevens, Devon Strew. Receiving the Gold Medal in Honors Chemistry, Lucy Todd, Caleb Harley Stephen Wong. Now the recipients of the Bachelor of Science four-year degree, Mona Lisa Abbas, Hanan Abdullah. Receiving the Gold Medal in four-year Applied Computer Science, Luke Mark Aarons Townsend, Katie Alice Arbez Rondo, Samantha Lee Bailey, Torella Gutierrez Blanco, Alexandre Boilly Bernal, Trevor James Breckman, Kimbaya Laura Carrier, Olena Tsuba. Receiving the gold medal in 4-year neuroscience, Bronwyn Delacruz. Riley Michelle Dixon, Maya Glinsky-Doucet, April Elizabeth Iris, Carly Farmer, Sarah Caitlin Fensky, Tiffany Shannon Fernando, Michelle Friesen, Alexandra Elizabeth Garnham, Evan Denis Louis Gauvin, Paola Geronimo, Sean Murray Goldstone, John Michael Goitan, Sarah Jade Gunther, Anne Kelly Olympia Guffey. Receiving the gold medal in 4-year biochemistry, Nathaniel Vincent Hebert, Megan Ray Houle, Morgan Brianne Hrinkow, Abigail Ikban, Grace Cornelia Johnston, Harsimran Kaur. Receiving the gold medal in 4-year statistics, Jody Cron, Danielle Shaylin Lemoine, Michael James Lennox, Madeline Page Lishka, Morgan McKenzie, Dylan James McKenzie, Colleen Joy Moreno, Maria Madeline Murray, Mohammed Moose, Bekulu Seble Nagash, Braden John Neskar, Jenny Nicholas, Hadan Hassan Osman. Receiving the gold medal in 4-year radiation therapy, Michaela Emmeline Pankratz, Samara Haley Pareles, Janelle Ray Poiron, Bilal Kassem, Revthi Rajakapolan, Daryl Dominic Raimundo, Caitlin Joanna Riddell, Owen Daniel Romanchuk, Chantal Marguerite Marie Roy, Christian Jefferson Salada, Mercedes Jane Schindler, Lucas John Schwartz, Meredith Jane Seeger, Chikura Shukla, Sukhpalvir Karsidou, Felicia Ginger Natasha Sinclair, Laura Evelyn Kerr, Michael Terry Swiston, Ashley Kristen Siwak, Rebecca B. Trowell, Bailey Ray Truss, Natalie Terren, Amy Marie Twano, Braden Lance Van Aert, Mia Candida Walwyn, Gemma Suzette White. Receiving the gold medal in 4-year environmental studies and sciences, Adam William Weeb, Elizabeth Anna Weens, Hong Kiang Zhao, Anna Zrini. Receiving the Bachelor of Science degree, Michael Mada Alou, Emma Jane Anderson, Bhavya Arora, Yafat Masresha Asfau, Mohammad Nazir Bechu. Also receiving the Bachelor of Arts, Anastasia Yuri Balashova, Michael Angelo Bautista, Taylor Jordan Bean, Brianna Hansen Burkowski, James Ian Blick, Grant Gilbert Gary Birch, Harvey Cabaggio, Russell Nico Caballero, Swan Hu Yen B. Cao, Ralston Heraldo Chambers, Pui Tak Chung, Sydney Mira Chachinov, Mathieu Daniels, Caleb Guy DeRoche, Gurjivan Singh Daliwal, Miriam Angribu Diaby, Harrison Christopher Engen, Aidan Allen Fallman. Receiving the Governor General's Silver Medal and Chancellor's Gold Medal for the highest standing in science 3-year program and the Gold Medal in 3-year biochemistry, Spencer John Ferbers. Kay Plays Fernandez, Elizabeth Ann Findley, Kaylee Marie Ferber, Bhavana Garg, Jasleen Kaur Guman, Brianna Noel Giesbrecht, Sharon Goyal, Lorenz Kyle Guinto. Also receiving a Bachelor of Business Administration and the Gold Medal for 3-year Neuroscience, Aisha Haji Hossein, Alyssa Brooke Hogveen, Jibril Hussein, Alexander Olaseo Ilisanmi, Kevin Thomas Ireland, Kathrisha Colleen Jose, Ravdeep Singh Campbell, Mia Renee Curbison, Bree June de los Santos Lagao, Justine Lim, Megan Kristen Laura Lindsay, Evan Loeb, Evan Garrett Loster, Tran Ming Nok Lu. Receiving the Gold Medal in 3-year bioanthropology, Maura Macaulay, Julia Louise Maida, Tara Denise Matichuk. Receiving the Mayor's Medal, Vanessa Gillian McKay, Finley Alexander McLandress, Madison Mislachuk, Adiraj Mukherjee, Charan Kamal Nakawal, Claude Nduwayezu, Abram Neufeld, Edirin Verere Pleasure Okpikpi, Chindinma Nicole Joy Orenu, Rena Kristen Ostertag Silver. Receiving the Gold Medal in 3-year biology, Fabea Paracha, Druvik Bhaveshbhai Patel, Himani Patel, Akshar Samar Kumar Patel, Nathan Purification, Padmani Ramotar, Joshua Owen Lee Rudloff, Blair Emily Robertson, Hannah Manangeya Sagarel, Amrita Sajiv, Marielle Ruby Sanis Samon, Shaloman Sengutuvan, Maurizio Alejandro Sepulveda, Alu Sese, Mehak Ali Shah, Amar Ali Shah, Muskan Sharma, Aditya Sharma, Kirdri Shubelo, Sambid Srestha, Vanchika Shukla, Chadwick Renee Duncan Smith, Dayton Michael Smith, Kyle George Smith, Katrina David Mary Stratton, Clarence Faith Anunuevo Suministrado, Sonali Suri, receiving the gold medal in 3-year applied computer science, Kazra Takarkani, Sevda Tayab Oskui, Sarah Lynn Teal, Jasneet Kaur Tiwana, Julia Ketchik, Abigail Faye Ty Burtnick, receiving the University Silver Medal for the second highest standing in science, 3-year program, Emily Van, Marissa May Van Munster, Priyanka Vyas, Jessica Lynn Lorraine Werntz, Kayla Nicole Wesolowski, Kyle Matthew Wojcik, Kei Junju. And now the recipients of the Master of Arts in Environmental Resource and Development Economics. Joy Dakil, Tsi Wan Gao, Taznamul Zanat Liza, Irene Alash Ojiri, Joy Saha, Barnabas Monbo Toy, Susanna Kachalom Wang. Now the recipient of the Master in Management degree, Douglas Kimani Wanyoike. Now the recipients of the Bachelor of Business Administration 4-year degree, Daryl Habito Abrasaldo, Corey Braffett Bacchus, Alessandra Domenica Savio Baxina, Simranpreet Kaur Banger, Mushfiqul Bari, Hubert Baselwengo, Abdul Basit, Brittany Burnson, Alyssa Natalie Maxine Bibo, Cody Nicholas Bomek, Steve Ross Brandt, Akashdeep Singh Brar, Shaylin Brosowski, Oriana Dayret Canlis, Stephen Paul Cater, Maran Elias Chewe, Kimberly Adeze Chukwuma, Olawayemisi Omolola Dehinbo, Gervin Carr Diol, Aldrin Carmelo Feliciano Deuna, Sabat Dramani, Jonathan R. Dryden, Christopher Matthew Dudick, Tony Duong, Mohammed Albana, Letitia Ferragetti Faria, Donahue Fonseca, Scott Anthony Richard Freer, Michael Dwayne Fraze, Hannah Roy Galapon, Varinderjeet Kaur Gill, Gurveer Gill, David Haidari, Jennifer Ashley Ann Hall, receiving the gold medal in 4-year business and administration, Letitia Lynn Hatch, Elisar Malabrigo Jimenez, Kyle Samuel Lee Huss, Tu Hun, Ainsley Dana Highgard, Reina Deandra Garcia Ignacio, Brennan Michael Jackson, Matthew Sean Nelson Jenkins, Harsimran Kaur Jumber, Jasdeep Kaur Jumber, Ibrahim Sori Kamara, John Derek Hilaga Kapitbahav, Kelly Joy Carlson, Tina Kosorik, Jordan Gary LaRosa, Tasha Lee Laughlin, Lana Ferrin Levin, Priel Lissac, April Joy Lagas, Kelsey Mack, Kyle Andrew Brian McComas, Tracy McDermott. Also receiving the Bachelor of Arts Honors, Caitlin Amanda McIntosh. Also receiving the Bachelor of Arts Honors, the Chancellor's Gold Medal for the highest standing in Business and Economics 4-year, and the Gold Medal in Honors Theatre and Film, Dance Stream, Samara Marie McRory. Bikramjit Mukher, Edwig Mufaro Tararama Munangati, Anastasia Mikuliak. Receiving the University Silver Medal for the second highest standing in Business and Economics 4-year degree, Kan Lin Nguyen, Tun Swan Win, Shauna Apio Ochichi, Karen Odongo Ochichi, Eukaria Kioma Ogums, Ryan Robert Olenek, Faber Onwutiaka, Devin Laurel Ostapik, JD Nicole Overwater, Anne-Cecile Panchot, Jin Young Park, Prathap Pereira, Yu Lin Pham, Stefan Possin, Ian Preston, Iris Martha Rain Rollick, Nicholas Martin Rivard, Hunter Romas, Kristen Helen Roney, Tyler Sean Rupchand, Navkirat Kaur Saini, Harjaskirat Singh Saini, Abdul Hafiz Femi Saliu, Joshua Ruben Samaru, Jashandeep Sangha, Dominic Desmond Scarlett, Crystal Kalina Schultz, Arshdeep Singh Sekon, Christina Marie Sengvile, Junaid Shah, Monica Sharma, Fahad Shahid Sheikh, Amritvir Singh Sidhu, Suryavir Singh, Kevin Singh, Amandeep Singh, Benjamin Michael Smirchansky, Christopher Aaron Sonis, Brandon William Sutton, Kaylee Dean Marie Teplitsky, Scott Richard Winston Thompson, Sylvie Elise Trudeau, Nadia Tiborowski, Glory Chinazam Olamide Uga, Jared Lyle Unruh, Reza Uwiyeze, Ryan Verkane, Tanish Bettina Walker, Jia Wang, Jason Klaus West, Courtney Jane White, Deanna Weeb, Joshua Peter Kenneth Weeb, Zhao Yang Zhu, William Emmanuel Jaworski, Ashton Nicholas Young, Krisha Zacharias, Micah Dean Zacharias, Syed Mohammed Mehdi Raza Zaidi. And now the recipients of the Bachelor of Business Administration degree. Mirza Ashar Abbas, Jarrett Cole Adair, Maria Pamela Dichitan Agatep, David Esioluwa Agboluga, Minhaj Ahmed, Shimsia Al-Hassan, Patrick John Ament, Emmanuel Apia, Haroon Ashraf, Sabine Essie Aziaka, Joel Paul Bater, Eliza Carey Ellen Bell, Arshdeep Brar, Jashanpreet Singh Brar, Nicole Brown, Eriza Jelenia Bruno Antonio, Erica Christine Bookert, Danielle Francoise Bullock, Jackson Cameron, Fawn Ada Carter, Matthew Alexander Tavares Cavallo, Anoop Chahal, Victor Che, Pui Yi Chung, Dennis Chikak, Wayne Marvin Clark, Jared Kronk, Dolores Diane Daniels, Jordi Costa Viana Silva de Oliveira, Kaylee Marie Driver, Robert William Ducalo. Also receiving the Bachelor of Arts degree, Brianni Lizanne Dvorak, Nikolay Efremov, Omar Rafael Enriquez, Jason Kirk Thomas Everett, Warnakula Riasira Chanel Pietro Fernando, Colin Taylor Finley, Julie Rochelle Fontaine, Shyla Ray Forbes, Mia André Gautron, Ngusi Hagos Jide, Ripandeep Kaur Gill, Lorraine Gomez, Marialis Gonzalez Cruz, Carmen Taylor Gray, Daniel William Gunther, Gurvandana, Tanaka Peter Guanzura, Sarah Tuwelde Hailey. Also receiving the Bachelor of Science and the Gold Medal in 3-year Neuroscience, Aisha Haji Hussein, Giselle Halili, Ryan Christopher Hall, Shannon Alexandra Hamilton. Also receiving the Bachelor of Science Honors degree, Miranda May Hamilton, Aimee Gail Marie Hartley, Corinne Gal Chassid. Receiving the University Silver Medal for the second highest standing in Business and Economics 3-year, Elizabeth Page Hastings Van, Maria Alejandra Hebert, Simran Kaur Hora, Alexander George James, Mario John, Cole Douglas Johnstone, Leah Andrea Jones, Avneet Kaur, Anmoldeep Kaur, Hushapjot Kaur, Matthew Victor Keenan, Brendan Kernahan, Othman Clantine. Receiving the Chancellor's Gold Medal for the highest standing in Business and Economics 3-year and the Gold Medal in 3-year Business and Administration, Andrea Marie Klaverkamp, Alandeep Singh Kohli, Ryan Adrian Joseph Kohli, Morgan Brian Krulicki, Jared John Quick, Meena Kumari, Mohammad Amir Munaf Qureshi, Sukhpal Singh Ladhar, Tamar Lema, Bailey Ann Luke Lepla, Sharon Levy, Yihui Liu, Martha Akuch Mekath, Ryan Matthew Martinez, Sean Frank Marcel Mazur, Evan Martin McGarry, Amanda Priscilla McGrath, Mohammed Hassan Mirza, Kevin Kenneth Moniz, Lisa Edith Marie Moswagen, Sofema Dapwa Nohungu Nuzokala, Abu Y.M. Pritu Nazmal, Shahzad Nazar, Ifioma Nadi, Quinn Daniel O'Neill, Marie Kimberly Salazar Perez Ordonez, Christopher Pereira, Pramini Himashi Warnock, Hong Nok Pham, Leslie Boyd Wagas Pingal, Neha Pudyal, Jude Batak Ramirez, Lucas Charles Ridley, Sally Roach, Kimberly Dawn Rogalski, Victor Alfonso Romero Sanchez, Pankti Mitesh Kumar Shah, Jinkun Shao, Akanksha Sharma, Hassan Abbas Siddiqui, Jonathan Edward Sleva, Robin Smith, Joshua Michael Sanico, Alda Cristina Pachico Tavares, Tayana Tiano Pudwell, Marc Robert Joseph Terrien, Una Kira Thiel, Sanjana Arvind Tiwari, Beverly Bui Tran, Ebere Ann Ugwu, Brianne Elizabeth Webb, Gabrielle Ashley Williams, Li Wu, Xiangfei Yang, Ting Zhang, Han Bin Zhang. Recipient of the Bachelor of Arts Honors degree in Economics, receiving the gold medal in Honors Economics, Keelan Michaela Dagdick, and our valedictorian today. Receiving the Bachelor of Arts 4-year degree in Economics and Finance, Adrian Davila. Receiving the Bachelor of Arts 4-year degree in Economics, and the gold medal for 4-year Economics, Eric Chang. Jared Craig Cashton, George Christopher Telford Kettler. Receiving the Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Lin Shi Kao. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year Economics, Yui Kui, Fan Hui Du, Hannah Elise Haida, Arthur Kanagwa, Anas Lorwano Mahamane, Guo Wei Li, Jun Yao Zhu, Junhua Zhang. June and October, the Science and Business and Economics graduating class of 2020.
Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Mr. Russell. Graduates, as your images scrolled across the screen, you crossed a virtual stage surrounded by cheering faculty, staff, family, and friends. We will be continuing to cheer for you as you go on to achieve great things and make an impact on the community in your own unique way. I now have the pleasure of introducing your deans, Dr. Doug Goltz, Dean of Science, and Dr. Hugh Grant, Dean of Business and Economics, who will share congratulations on behalf of all faculty and staff.
Hello, graduates. My name is Doug Goltz, and I am the Dean of the Faculty of Science at the University of Winnipeg. Your hard work has finally paid off, and the successful completion of your degree requirements has now allowed you to graduate from the University of Winnipeg. As a professor and a teacher, I've certainly enjoyed the opportunity to observe you and all of our students grow into the next generation of scientists, dentists, graduate students, or even medical doctors. Convocation is an important milestone, and as the Dean, I feel very lucky to have the privilege of playing a part in this event. This time, I'd like to extend my sincere congratulations to all of the parents and families, and of course, our students who are participating in this year's fall convocation at the University of Winnipeg. Well done.
On behalf of the faculty, staff, and students in the Faculty of Business and Economics, I wish to congratulate you on your graduation from the University of Winnipeg. I realize that many of you have been waiting patiently for this day to come, that you've completed one chapter in your life, and that you're anxious to leave the university and get on with another chapter in your life. But for me, you're not leaving the university. Instead, you're simply joining us in a different capacity. Universities are not about buildings that hold offices and lecture halls. They're a community of students, of staff, of faculty, and alumni. In graduating, you've simply changed your status to become a full partner in the academy, part of the club, if you like. So for me, it is not about saying goodbye to you, but to welcome you back. In this respect, I hope to see you again. We've been working hard over the past few years to develop a more active alumni group within the Faculty of Business and Economics. It's been a lot of fun to meet graduates across a range of different years. So look forward to invitations from us to attend one of our receptions and meet your colleagues from different graduating classes. Now, on occasions such as this, I'm supposed to give you some advice that will guide your career and serve as your moral compass throughout your life. So if you're watching this video, you may appreciate why I'm about to give you the following two pieces of advice. First, if you're looking at my colorful academic robe, it never hurts to be overdressed for an event. But second, try to avoid wearing silly hats unless you really, really have to. This is another way of saying that you don't need advice from me. We have all the confidence in the world in you. So again, congratulations, but not goodbye. I hope to see you again soon when circumstances permit.
Thank you, Doug and Hugh. On an occasion such as this, it is important to hear from the students. It is, after all, your day. And so I would like to introduce our valedictorian, Keelan Degdick. Keelan is passionate about rural economic development and strengthening rural communities. She hopes to empower underrepresented groups by continuing to advocate for inclusive economic growth. Degdick was drawn to UWinnipeg for the small class sizes and flourished as an award-winning student, which earned her many scholarships, including the prestigious Dr. and Mrs. Roderick Hunter Scholarship. Studying in two male-dominated fields, economics and computer science, she's changing the landscape and hopes to eliminate the gender gap. Degdick also enjoys data analysis and manipulation in computer science, which she discovered after taking an econometrics course, tying her two interests together. Degdick enjoyed her introductory classes in microeconomics and macroeconomics, which opened up an opportunity for her to intern at Western Economic Diversification Canada, WD. While at WD, Dagdick assisted with rural economic development and was able to see the real-world impact of economics firsthand, which solidified her decision to choose economics as a career path. Despite Dagdick's busy academic schedule and work at WD, she still found time for community. She was active in several extracurricular activities on campus that she credits with improving her university experience. I met like-minded students who were passionate about economics and committed to creating a community, says Dagdick. My love for economics has extended past my education and has influenced my decision to support others in their studies. Dagdick served as the first female president for Winnipeg's Finance and Economics Students Association and developed a vice president of academic services position. Through this position, she created a tutoring center which assists students in their studies. For me, it was about so much more than putting on events. I wanted to grow the community and create momentum that would expand beyond my time at the University of Winnipeg, she says. Dagdick is currently working as a policy analyst, economist at WD, and is considering graduate studies in her future. Graduates, your valedictorian, Keelan Dagdick.
Good afternoon. Thank you for being here today. This is not the graduation ceremony we thought we would have, but this is an opportunity for us to come together and celebrate our achievements. It's important to not let the unusual nature of our grad ceremony diminish what we've accomplished. I've thought a lot about what to say to a class graduating into a global pandemic. I'm not going to lie to you. A year ago, this speech would have been very different, filled with inspirational quotes about traveling the world and exploring new, exciting places. However, we're the grads of 2020, and we're going to pave the way for many who will follow behind us. While doing that, it's also important to acknowledge the new challenges we will face as we venture into the world as it stands. As Michelle Obama once said, instead of letting your hardships and failures discourage or exhaust you, let them inspire you. Let them make you even hungrier to succeed. Although this is not the classic Dr. Seuss quote or Webster's dictionary definition, I find it quite fitting and comforting for the uncertainty we're living in. Before I go any further, I would like to take this opportunity to thank those who supported us through our degrees. On behalf of the graduates, thank you to the families who made sure we believed in ourselves as much as they believed in us. Thank you to the friends who comforted us through setbacks and celebrated our achievements. And thank you to the faculty and staff at the University of Winnipeg for responding calmly to our panicked after-hours email and inspiring us about our futures. You've all been such an important part of our journey, and although you will not be able to see us walk across the stage in ill-fitting gowns, please do try your best to picture it. This is a historical moment, not only for the class of 2020, but also for all of those who we've leaned on so heavily throughout our degrees. We've all faced our own obstacles and took different paths to the U of W, some leaving behind everything they knew, but I'm incredibly grateful for the community we created. I didn't go into university thinking I'd get involved in student groups or join extracurricular activities, but the university has a way of inviting us in and providing some of our favorite memories. Regardless of your interests, the small groups within our faculties provided us the opportunities to make friends who were more like family. As students, we learned a lot during our time at the University of Winnipeg. Sure, some of our learning involved attempting to solve impossible calc questions, but it's not just the economic theory that comes to mind when we think about what we've learned. Rather, it was learning how to be accountable and knowing when to ask for help. Accountability hits you like a ton of bricks in university. We no longer have to be anywhere. There's no one telling us how to manage our time or keep up with our studies. It's a whole new world, and we're supposed to be an adult. But those tough lessons learned in first year, from handing in last-minute assignments or trying to finish an essay in a night, taught us how to be accountable for our actions and even taught me how to be accountable for a student association. The other crucial lesson involved asking for help. I still remember the first time I finally went to a prof's office. It was in my second year for a stats class. I spent 5 hours looking at the same question, and he managed to explain the concept in 5 minutes. From that moment on, I fully utilized the help that the U of W offered, and it changed my university experience. I learned when to ask for help, and instead of just hoping difficult concepts wouldn't be on midterms, I actually took the time to understand them. That being said, this is probably a good opportunity to apologize to all the econ profs for all the missed lunches I caused them, and thank them for the hours they spent re-explaining tough concepts. University is about so much more than memorizing textbooks. Throughout our time here, we've learned how to deal with challenges, we've persevered through setbacks, and most importantly, we've pushed ourselves outside of our comfort zone for the sake of growth. I know we've all had our plans altered. Some have canceled their post-grad trips, some have to take their graduate programs virtually, and most of us are entering a job market that looked much better at the start of 2020. But I hope we can all take a moment and appreciate what an accomplishment this is and how far we've come. Today, I want us to focus on what we've achieved and the many possibilities ahead of us. As U.S. Congresswoman AOC said, you don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be 100% committed. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Thank you, Keelan. Students, I want you to know how proud we are to share in your success. You are graduating in unusual times, and while it may look different this year, it is still a time of celebration. It's a time to look back on your accomplishments with pride and to look with anticipation toward what is to come. Whether you are launching a career or pursuing further studies, this is an important milestone on your journey, and we celebrate your achievements. We're proud of the way you've stepped up to the challenges of this school year, finding creative ways to complete papers, continue research, and stay connected. Now, as the class of 2020, you have new opportunities to make an impact on the community in your own unique way. Maybe you don't always feel equipped for some of the complicated issues we're facing in the world today, but I want to encourage you. You are more prepared than you realize. You've developed foundational, transferable skills to navigate the complexity of these current times, and you have a solid foundation to bring change into your chosen field. This morning, we've celebrated some exceptional staff, faculty, and alumni award winners. Each of these individuals, Dr. Gabor Kunstadter, Dr. Murray Wiegand, Dr. Alberto Civetta, and Keelan Dagdick, go above and beyond to make a difference in our community. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to our Chancellor Barb Gammy. Her leadership has been instrumental as the university and business community work together to ensure that Manitoba is well positioned to succeed in a rapidly changing environment. Earlier this year, before the pandemic stopped us from gathering on campus, we hosted an event that brought together post-secondary, industry, and government leaders. They shared many stories of the vital role universities play in providing graduates with the right skills, knowledge, and abilities to learn and succeed. This graduating class has many examples of that. You have learned to think creatively, solve complex problems, collaborate, and communicate effectively with people from diverse backgrounds. These skills are building blocks of successful careers. And though your path to your dream job may not be straight, these experiences have set you up for success. You hear people say that in the future, people will hold many jobs and do many different things, but I've seen that happening for a long time. Whatever your major, your university experience helps you to be the kind of decision maker, the kind of leader that our world needs. Winnipeg has a strong reputation for graduating leaders. We are a close-knit community committed to outstanding academic scholarship, research excellence, and community engagement. We know how important it is to graduate with knowledge that reaches deep and wide. That's why all our science students take at least one humanities course, all our art students take at least one science course, and every program includes the Indigenous course requirement. This ability to see the world from diverse perspectives will stay with you throughout your career. It's an exciting time, but it can also feel a bit scary if you imagine yourself heading into an unknown future alone. But you're not alone. Your classmates, teachers, parents, family members, and friends have all played an important role in your education. They've supported you, encouraged you, and inspired you to push through the long hours of study. And your Winnipeg community will continue to be there, cheering for you as you go on to achieve great things. On behalf of the University of Winnipeg, congratulations. There are great things ahead for you. Before I wrap up, I'd like to acknowledge that whatever path you choose going forward, you won't be taking it alone, and your parents, guardians, and friends have played an important role in getting you to this point and will continue to support you as you enter the next chapter of your professional or academic career. If they're sitting with you, please take this opportunity to thank them. Today's ceremony has not been a typical one, and while very different from what we envisioned, it still required a lot of planning. I would like to thank the many members of the university community who helped organize this event, including our media and video services teams for helping us come into your homes today, Convocation Officer Kylie Stasla-Tyrian, and the records team for ensuring you received your parchment and all the details for today's event, our registrar, Mr. Colin Russell, and our distinguished chancellor, Ms. Barb Gammy, for their contributions to today's ceremony. We will close with the traditional honors song, sung by Alison Cox, followed by the national anthem, sung by our registrar, Mr. Colin Russell. Thank you, graduates, for making us proud, and to all of you for joining us today. We wish you all the best in the next chapter of your life adventure, and we hope that you keep in touch with the university.
hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far